Hello, this is most definitely Justajolt here, and welcome back to another stream. If you joined me last night, thank you very much. Today we are here to talk about something very, very special, and that is the vanillaization of Fortnite. I mean, Nerf Fortnite, in my mind, has always been one of three things. It's always been either legendary. Where's my legendary blaster gone? It's either been legendary, like this, or it's been utterly epic, like this, or it's been rare, like this. But now Hasbro decided that that is not good enough, and now Nerf Fortnite must also be something else, which color is vanilla. So for that reason, you are not going to get to choose what that is today. You're not going to get to choose the color there. I've chosen the color, and the color is going to be thoroughly vanilla, because that's what we're talking about today. Let's take a look at some pictures right here. So if we just maximize this. So apparently, rare, I'm such an expert in Fortnite now. Rare, legendary, and epic are not enough. We must now also have rare blasters. Now, before we go any further, a little disclaimer. I am going to say that I am fully aware of the fact that we do already have vanilla-y type blasters in the Nerf Fortnite line. So, for example, the Nerf Fortnite rocket launcher here is most definitely vanilla. And the reason that that happened is because I just knocked the lights out, but I quite like the effect. So, there we go. The Nerf Fortnite rocket launcher is indeed vanilla. That is not rare, it is not epic, it is not any specific type of colour. It is just plain vanilla. So, as far as we're concerned, we do already have some vanilla blasters. I quite like this effect. Shall I keep it? Actually, I'm going to turn the lights back on. Let's have the lights back on again. Without electrocuting myself would be nice. There we go. Lights back on. There we go. Oh, my goodness. Shall I just hold it like this? Man, that's nuts. There we go. Now we'll get it right. All right, okay. So, to be fair, we do already have at least one vanilla type blaster, and that's the rocket launcher. I mean, you know, we could also, there's also an argument to say that llama is vanilla and that kind of this crazy rainbow smash thing is also vanilla. But anyway, up till now, we haven't had any white blasters, any kind of vanilla blasters, apart from this guy right here, the tactical shotgun. All right, that's different to this tactical shotgun. This tactical shotgun is rare. This tactical shotgun is normal. This is just a TS tactical shotgun. But now, in addition to that, we also have these other vanilla flavored blasters to talk about today, which are relatively recent leaks, I would say. So let's take a little look. So we've got Hi Jolt, we've got Reese Green, the best intro ever. I'm glad you like it, Beyblade Proxima. Hi Zender, hello. Blue, yeah, I'm sorry, Eric, it's got to be vanilla. It's vanilla today. Yo Jolt, hey, having a great day. I am having a great day. Thanks, little lunchbox. Oh, thank you very much for thinking I'm cool as well. Anyway, that thing looks weird. That thing is Mr. T-Rex. He is an OG of this channel. He's absolutely awesome. It's mint, calls green vanilla. Is that light green? No, come on. Oh, yeah, but look. It is vanilla, though. This isn't... It's not legendary. It's not epic. It's just plain rocket launchers. And to prove my point, you can actually get legendary rocket launchers. So if we do a very, very quick Google search right here. So I'm going to move this and I'm going to have a quick search. Let's search from over there. And let's have... legendary blasters Nerf Fortnite. If we go ahead and do this, we can actually see that there is a variation of the rocket launcher, which is in fact legendary, which is right here, right at the top. So if we go and click on this version of the Fortnite rocket launcher here is the legendary one. Therefore, I'm happy to call that one vanilla. Anyway, even same drum, yeah, we're going to have a big... There's a conversation to be had about that. We're not going to let them get away with just kind of making 50,000 Surgefires, which is absolutely nuts. That looks epic. It's 11 PM. Why now? Why now? Because Mrs. Jolt's gone to bed, gone to sleep. So this is kind of my free discretionary time. And yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Sorry about that. I'm sorry, Tim Tom. What can I say? That looks lime flavored. It does look lime flavored, to be fair. The manta ray. Oh, so many manta rays. It's mint. Linux mint. Absolutely. Hope you're having a great day. Sour apple. I meant that Tommy gun looks weird. That Tommy gun does look awfully weird. Let's go right back to that Tommy gun again, because where's it gone? If I just kind of move this out of the way, will I get this back up? There we go. That Tommy gun does look weird. But does it also look familiar? The Tommy gun does look weird, but does it also look familiar? Let's start off by looking at this Tommy gun, which I found out is called the Nerf Fortnite DG. Now you've got gun, which is probably what G stands for, but is that drum gun? Drum gun, is that what this stands for? Anyway, let's find out a little bit more about the Nerf Fortnite drum gun, which is what we're all here for after all. So if I go right here and go to the Walmart website, you can see the Nerf Fortnite DG blaster comes with 15 official Nerf darts. Only 15? I'm a little bit disappointed because recently Hasbro have been in the habit of giving away extra Nerf darts with their blasters. Just case in point right here, if we go to the Smiths website in the UK, so Smiths Toys UK, if we scroll down some of the newer blasters, and so you've got the, let's have a little look here. So scrolling down some of the newer Nerf blasters, I'm specifically going to go to all the way down here and onto the next page. There we go. I don't even need to go to the next page. Take a look at this. And so the Nerf Elite 2.0 Turbine, which I talked about in a live stream yesterday, if this is going to pop up on the screen for me without the internet kind of blinking out, actually comes with twice as many darts as the Maggot comes with stores. So Hasbro is starting to become a little bit more generous, but they haven't been generous on this occasion. So we've got a drum here with 15 darts. 15 darts, which is a nice 15 dart drum. Does that kind of sound familiar to anyone? Where have I heard that before? Let me just go and have a little rummage back here. There we go. Stuff falling over all over the place. That's interesting. Where have I seen a blaster with a drum before with 15 darts? And if you take a look at the way this looks right here, so let's just take a closer look. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about, of course, the Nerf Elite Surgefire, the one that came out with this lovely tiger stripe thing going on. But if we then go and take a little look and compare that to what we've got here, something looks very, 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 very familiar. Very familiar indeed. Now, let's just talk a little bit more about the blaster. Then we'll go over the similarities between that and the Surgefire, which are somewhat suspiciously striking. So we've got the Nerf Fortnite DG Dart Blaster, which, you know, drum gun. If that doesn't stand for drum gun, then, you know, correct me in the comments or something, or in the chat. 15 dart rotating drum, pump action, 15 official Nerf darts inspired by blaster used in Fortnite video game. Dart blasting Fortnite blaster replica. The Nerf Fortnite DG blaster is inspired by the one used in Fortnite, capturing the look of the blaster from the popular video game. So they're kind of saying that here, and then they're repeating it again in more words, which is probably great for search. It's probably great for SEO, good for them. DG blaster with a rotating 15 dart drum. Saying it a different way, this is just all about search. This is all about owning SEO. I do SEO and I know all about it, and that's what they're doing right here. No batteries required. Fire off 15 darts in a row from this pump action blaster. Pump the grip to prime the blaster. Press the trigger to fire each dart. So that makes me wonder if there's slam fire, and it does say there's slam fire down here, so that's my question answered. 15 darts come to the official Elite Nerf darts, blah, blah, blah. Tested. Approved for performance and quality. And don't you dare go using anything other than official Nerf darts. Don't you dare. Don't you. Can you see that little kind of smudge? There's a little smudge moving across the front of my camera. It's gone now. It's a little bug of some kind. It might come back and you'll see it if it does. That's awesome. Let's see more. This Nerf Fortnite DG blaster is inspired by the one used in Fortnite, capturing the look of the blaster. They're just repeating themselves. Eyewear recommended, not included. As a games organizer, fully subscribe to that. What else have we got here? So it includes blah 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 blah. Do not aim or eyes of face. Choking hazard because you can fit the blaster in your mouth. Oh, you know. Anyway, some assembly required, and presumably with some assembly required. If we just pop back to this again, the Surgefire. If you go and see any of the reviews from like a year ago, then you will see that this drum does not come in the blaster. You have to place this. You have to place this drum inside the blaster before you use it. And so it looks like what we've got here then is literally just a Surgefire reshell, except it's a Surgefire reshell with a stock attached to it and with a little bit of a barrel attached to it and with precisely 0 tactical rails. Now, the Nerf Elite 2.0 line, which I kind of did a live stream about yesterday, and maybe you should go and watch that if you didn't, but just very quickly, the Nerf Elite 2.0 line, which I'm just going to get a picture of it up right here. So this was leaked just the other day, this picture of the Shockwave, and it's almost like what they've done is they've done the exact opposite with the Fortnite line as they have with the Shockwave. And so with the Fortnite DG, what you've got is a blaster, which if I just go back to the DG picture again, with the Fortnite DG, you've got a blaster which kind of forces you into having a stock and a barrel, whether or not you want it, and takes away your tactical rail. Whereas the Nerf 2.0 version of that blaster does the complete opposite. It gives you all of the options, and it also gives you even more tack rails than its predecessor, the Surgefire. So we've got tack rail, tack rail, tack rail, tack rail underneath as well. They've just plastered this with tack rails. Plus we've got stock attachment point, plus we've got barrel attachment point. So that looks very, very interesting, and that's something for us to bear in mind. Yeah, I'm one of those people who just opens windows for fun right here. So let's go back to the Walmart listing. So what do I think about this blaster? Well, I guess what I think about this blaster, broadly speaking, it's going to depend on what I think about the Surgefire. And actually, I've got a confession to make. When the Surgefire first came out, it was not a blaster that was well received by the community. But if you've watched my channel for any length of time, you'll know that I love my front-loading blasters. One of my favourite front-loading blasters ever was that up there, the Incisor, which I minimised and shoved barricade motors into it and ran it off 3 IMRs. And that was so amazing. That was awesome. And let me tell you something. If this had come out before the Incisor, I think that a blaster like this, fully equipped with Slamfire, may well have been my kind of primary Nerf warring blaster, because I love the whole run and gun front loading thing, and that's just how I play Nerf wars now. I did used to have like a 9-mag loadout with my Raven and a kind of minimized rapid strike Uzi as well, but now it's all about the front loading goodness. And to be honest, if it weren't for the Artemis, that might still be one of my favorite primaries, and this might be too. So I don't dislike the Surgefire. It's just it was superseded by the Artemis, so it never really got a look in. So actually, I'm kind of fond of this style of blaster. I am kind of fond of the idea of a front-loading, large-ish capacity blaster. The only problem that I have with it is any kind of blaster like that now is things like this. If you just minimize a Lawbringer, then instantly you've got 12 shots in your hand, and that is awesome. That is phenomenal, that is powerful, and that is how I love to play. But even so, it's a fairly funky design. Maybe cosplayers might get a kick out of using this because, look, you know, you got a nice stock there with a kind of a semi sort of like wood effect. Doubtless there's a llama on there somewhere. And then the priming handle looks, you know, really kind of Tommy Gunnish there. It looks kind of funky. I'm not going to bother comparing it to how it looks in the game. But anyway, and also the fact that it's vanilla, I feel gives you an opportunity to paint and colour it whatever colour you want. Because with any Nerf blaster, Hasbro produces the blaster and then we make it look great and we make it perform. It would also be interesting to see what kind of internals it has, if it's just got exactly the same internals as a Sledgefire, or if they're slightly upgraded internals, as we're now seeing in blasters such as the Nerf Fortnite bolt action sniper rifle, which is back there, which is, you know, it's definitely an upgrade from like the old school blasters of that kind of style. So anyway, that's our first vanilla blaster. Let's go right ahead and let's take a look at another vanilla blaster. So if we now go to the Argos website right here, so let's go argos.co.uk, and then if we search for Nerf right here, we can find a listing, and I thought this was interesting because this listing has actually been up here for about a month now. It's been up here for about a month. I haven't talked about it because I've been busy helping Mrs. Jolt prepare for our baby, which is going to happen any day now. It is awesome. It's so exciting. And when that happens, I might not make a few videos for a while. If we scroll down here and then go on to page 2, we then see this, which is the Nerf Fortnite SR. Now, I think that this is a bit of a misnomer, to be honest with you. I don't like the fact it's called SR because SR stands for Scoped Revolver. And this is not a revolver. Look at it. It's not a true revolver. It looks like a revolver, but it's not. I can tell you what it is, though. It's actually a Nerf Doomlands Persuader. I genuinely think this is a Nerf Doomlands Persuader. Simply with like one of those kind of front barrel things that just kind of flip down and you put darts in, and that's what you do. So it's basically, it's a Persuader with something that's stopping you from putting the darts in. It's adding an extra step into loading the darts into your blaster. It's still got the Hammer Prime, which I'm quite a big fan of. I love the whole hammer prime thing because I love being able to have the other hand to scavenge darts in a Nerf war. So in terms of a Nerf warring blaster, fantastic. In terms of a loner blaster, fairly easy to operate, albeit with the extra step right here. Also comes with a scope, and it's obviously got a tack rail up here, which looks fantastic. This handle here looks kind of funky too. I'd be interested to see what this actual design is. Interesting to find if there's a llama on this as well. Anyway, let's have a quick read. And one thing that kind of annoys me about this is I was watching this for a while, and it went from saying that it wasn't available yet to then all of a sudden, sorry, this item is just too popular. We may get more in stock, so check back at a later date. Once I've read this, I'll have another look at the comments. Play Fortnite in real life with the dart-firing Nerf Fortnite SR blaster that is inspired by the one used in Fortnite, capturing the look of the one from the popular video game. Doubtless it does look like that. Anyway, I don't know if it's white. Can you get legendary and rare and kind of, you know, that kind of stuff? Can you get these varieties of the scoped revolver and the DG in the game? I don't know, because if you can, then there's a good chance that Nerf might just release some more of these in some other colours. Blah blah blah. To launch another dart, pull back the hammer. There's 4 dart hammer action, so you can fire 4 darts in a row before reloading. So intelligent AR. Use the removable scope to line up your shot, because you need to line up that shot with a scope. Everything needs a scope. Dart blasting, Fortnite replica, and I think we're just getting repetition of what we had before now. Loads 4 darts into the blaster, pull back the hammer to prime the blaster, then press the trigger. And let's just take a look. That's the only picture we've got there. I'm fairly certain that is the only picture we have. And to me, it does look like there are extra steps involved, unless, of course, we find that the darts, in fact, fit into the blaster right there at the front. But anyway, not going to be a Nerf warring blaster, but a blaster that you can probably make look nice if you want to make it look nice. You know, you've got to remember, these blasters aren't just for Nerf warers like me, and I love going to Nerf wars and playing. I also organise loads and loads of Nerf wars too. In addition to Grim Up Nerf, I organise a ton of other Nerf wars as well. And yeah, so maybe a fun loner blaster, but I guess we'll see. And it looks nice and pretty in vanilla. Anyway, the final blaster that we have, I've got even less information on that blaster than on the other blasters, is the Nerf Fortnite IR. But before we get onto that, I was going to go through some of the comments, so let's have a quick read. I got the TS and the Trinity baby. Oh, heck yes, the Trinity. Hey there, Xander Wilford. Hello from Fox Games. The Tommy gun is literally just a Surgefire reskin. Absolutely. And they've got 2 Surgefire reskins. In fact, that's going to have to be another video all on its own. I love the channel. Thank you very much, Xfox Games. The Tommy isn't a Fearless Fire reskin. No, it's not a Fearless Fire reskin, which I'm gutted about. If it were, I'd be a lot happier, because the Fearless Fire, if it hadn't been for the insides of the Fearless Fire, would probably have been one of my favourite blasters at one point. Only 3-4 p.m. here in Seattle. Hope you guys are safe in Seattle right now. Really great to have people watching from so far away. Help! Absolutely. Even the same drum. Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if these drums aren't compatible, and even with the Nerf 2.0 line as well. The Sniper Showdown video was awesome, Jolt. Really glad you liked that. It was just a bit different without the crazy music and stuff. But anyway, pistachio, absolutely pistachio flavoured. That's what the thing was. And then we've got, would you say the regular is vanilla? Yeah, absolutely, it's vanilla. The regular TS is definitely vanilla. Mods are asleep, post-Nerf. Oh, man, my mods are so awesome. Do you know that? And if they need to sleep, they need to sleep. My mods, by the way, are all from the famous Nerf team from Grew Up Nerf, the Northern Knights, who nerf phenomenally, and a prime example of the kind of people that make our Nerf hobby so absolutely incredible. We've got 640 in North Carolina. Man, the States is so big. The drum gun looks weird. It does look weird. It does look kind of Tommy gunnish, but yeah, it does look weird. It is the drum gun. Okay, thanks for confirming that for me. I don't get why it's not a flywheel either. I think it'd be so much better if it was a flywheel. So yeah, it's just another Surgefire reskin. It's the ability to do without batteries. Yeah, absolutely. Because you've got to remember, Hasbro want to cater to people who have more money and people who have less money. And if you have less money, then maybe it's a little bit better to give them something which doesn't require batteries. So, you know, they're just trying to do their whole kind of target audience. If we go back actually to, did I close down that website? I'm not sure if I closed that down. No, I didn't close it down. If we go backwards here, you can see a prime example of Hasbro's marketing strategy. So if we go up here and just take a little look right there, what you can see, I think, is a prime example of their pricing strategy. If you take a look at this, it's all right here. They have a cheap blaster, then they have a slightly more expensive blaster at £20, £30, £40, £60. And so Hasbro are a little bit less concerned about getting, you know, the exact all of the blasters out from the game. They're interested in hitting all the different price points so that there's a blaster there for absolutely everyone, so that everyone buys their stuff, which is good for us because we get a good variety of blasters. Some great, some not. Really looking forward to this coming out. I mean, I do believe this might be a vanilla blaster, but Grenade Legendary or Grenade Launcher, I don't know. Anyway, this says that they're not available in stock yet, but I'm really, really excited for when they do come into stock. That'll be absolutely brilliant. Let's take a little look. So we got, used to play Fortnite. Don't you dare, Villainator. Don't you dare what? What was that too? I've got a feeling I'd be amused at that. The advantage for me of the Revolver drum rifles is that you can hand them off to guests, and so you don't have to explain how the clip system works. Yeah, and so if we go back and we talk about the drum gun again for just a second, one thing I will say is that for the Nerf wars that I use, whenever I do take like all of the other blasters with me, a load of the blasters, the Surgefire is always really super popular. I mean, the Surgefire is the blaster that people always gravitate towards because you just look at it and you kind of know how it works. One thing I will say is that for small hands, if you're not able to prime it all the way back in one fell swoop, then you get this kind of situation where you half prime it and then it's jammed and it's not working until you put it all the way back and all the way forwards. Happened to me last night, actually. Another quick question. Do you think the Durburger blaster, is that vanilla? I think that might be vanilla as well. Anyway, so yeah. No rails, that's why I'm out. Yeah, no rails is a real shame. I don't know why they're not making a more big deal. I don't know why they're not making a bigger deal of like rails and kind of attachments in Fortnite. I guess they're trying to get the designs true to how the Fortnite blasters look on the screen, but no rails. It's a bit of a game changer. And to be fair, I can't actually see any sling attachment points either, which was also one of my big criticisms of that blaster right there, the no Fortnite bolt action sniper rifle. Nowhere near enough kind of sling attachment points, which is again is a real shame. I'll get the Shockwave. I'll take 8 Shockwaves. Seriously, man, there are going to be some combos video with the Shockwaves. Sorry, but this is boring. Sorry, Marcos. I'm sorry about that. Great to see you again when you come back, though. Great to see you when you come back. I'll try and have a better video out for you shortly. The new rival gun is cool. The Saturn, yeah, that is cool. It's just a shame I can't get them over here. Mod it for rear loading, absolutely. It should have been the drum gun, and then we've got the pistol looks cool. That's stupid. Just sound revolver, just hammer shot reskin. Don't you dare use non-nerf darts. Absolutely not. All leads, aren't we? Are we all the leads crew? Are we all leads crew? I really hope so. The IR is awesome looking. It does look kind of cool. And then, right, there we go. Hello there. The drum gun is so cool. Then we've got a timestamp at 3:21. So who knows? Grey Brooks, I'm glad you like this. Let's go ahead and talk about what we know about the infantry rifle, which isn't going to take me very long, to be fair. So the infantry rifle right here looks kind of funky. And to be honest with you, here's my expectation of the infantry rifle. I'm expecting this. And there's a couple of reasons why I'm expecting this. So first of all, you've got that massive tack rail along the top and a massive tack rail along the top. Secondly, if you take a look at the shape of the infantry rifle, just have a little look at the way that it kind of cants downwards here. Have a look at the way it slants, and then take a little look at the way that this blaster here slants downwards. I think that there is a good possibility that you have like a lot of the same kind of shell thing going on here, which would indicate to me that we're also going to have really similar things going on with the motors. Obviously, you can see that you get 12 darts, so it's going to have a 12 dart mag, so a different shape of mag than what we've got before. Really nice that we're getting lots of different shaped mags with the Nerf Fortnite line. But yeah, I think we're basically going to be getting an AR, but with a slightly different shell. And so if you go for that different shell, then fantastic. I'll tell you one thing that does disappoint me though, and that's it would have been so easy to have this kind of stock and this barrel detachable. Because that would just be so much fun, because these stocks and barrels just look so funky. It is absolutely awesome. And maybe that is something that I'm going to have to do as soon as this blaster comes out. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the comments again once more just to take a little look. If I could just find my way back there amongst all the windows I've got open over here. Don't like it as do compact. Just a Jolt. Please do a video on the Nerf go-kart. I've already done a video on the Nerf go-kart. Have you not seen my video on the Nerf go-kart? Oh my goodness. A little bit of self-promotion right here, but let's just go to YouTube. Let's go to, we're already on YouTube right here. Let's go Justajolt, and let's have Nerf go-kart. Is it going to be Nerf go-kart? I'm not sure. Anyway, if you, there we go. This is what you're looking for. And maybe I need to update the thumbnail because it is quite busy. Nerf Battle Racer go-kart. Justajolt does Pimp My Ride. Homemade Nerf go-kart review. I had so much fun making this. So much fun. Much more fun than any reasonable human being Should have done. Man, so many old school videos right here. And I guess right from the old school to the new school. Guess what happened a couple of weeks ago? A couple of weeks ago, I was just messing around with this thing. I was messing around with this thing called TikTok. Let me just share this image right here. I was just messing around with it, okay? I went on, I posted a couple of really stupid videos of me just doing ridiculous things, the same kind of thing that I, where's it gone? The same kind of thing that I normally do on TikTok. And then all of a sudden, crazy stuff happened, and I went from like 50 views to 892 followers within like, I don't know, a couple of, within it seemed like a couple of hours. And then I checked the next morning and it had shot up. And now, the thing is that I haven't even posted on TikTok like within a week, but now let's just see if this comes up on my thing. Yeah, look, 26.4k people want to watch me doing crazy stuff on TikTok, and that's just absolutely insane. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about, whoops, not here to talk about that either. We're here to talk about these insane blasters, and we talked about them. Guys, if I don't make any videos for a little while, the reason is because Mrs. Jolt's going to have a baby. She's going to have a baby really, really, really soon. We don't know when. She's not like in labor or anything right now, but do you know what? We're at term, and there is like a big belly of baby. There really, really is. So anyway, if you don't get any more videos for a while, then, you know, just I'm being a dad again, and it's awesome, and I'm not sorry in the slightest. But if you do get more videos, obviously it hasn't happened yet. Guys, a couple more comments. No, it takes Fortnite darts. Absolutely, you can't use anything other than Fortnite darts. Congrats on the news about the new to be a Nerfette. Thank you very much indeed. I'm already a proud dad twice over, and I'm looking forward to being a proud dad again because my kids are awesome, and I have no regrets with spending as much time with them as I possibly can. Can it take non-Nerf because that looks like a tight fit for the Nerf? Oh, yeah, it's going to take non-Nerf. If it doesn't, I will make it take non-Nerf. I know a guy that's going to get the IR and mod them to be a las gun from 40k, which sounds an awesome idea. That's fantastic. 40k is so good. No tactics, absolutely. Is Leeds, I'm south or north. So Leeds is kind of in the north of England. Kind of in the north of England, but kind of in the middle as well. Because if you think about the whole of the UK, you've got like Scotland up here. And then you've got like, you know, the Isle of Wight down here. And Leeds is actually kind of in the middle. So traditionally, it's in the north. The only thing that's really in the south is everything kind of south of the Watford Gap on the M1. But yeah, anyway, Justajolt, you're awesome. You're very, very kind. Do you know what? Mrs. Jolt thinks so too, and that's the important thing. All right, let's have a couple more comments. Just want to say congrats. The singing helps, absolutely. Why is the DG not like a barricade? I would love a Nerf Fortnite barricade of some kind. Barricades are so good. No, not TikTok are too good for that. Yeah, but it's so ridiculous that I just love doing ridiculous things. And what else we got? My TikTok name is Justajolt, surprisingly enough. I just stuck with Justajolt. There's a nice picture of Tactical Tang on there, I think, possibly. Why is the DG not like the barricade? We already had that, right. Do you know what, guys? Thanks very much for watching. This is Justajolt, signing off. Clickety-click. Click.